everyone, and welcome back to another video. It is day 21 of my summer weight loss challenge. I really wanted to get on here to film for day 20 so I could be like, yay, 10 more days for our 30-day walking challenge, but it just didn't end up happening because I've been going through it for the past couple days, which is fine. So I'm here, it's day 21, and we are still kicking butt. I did want to mention that because I'm not showing my workouts and my walks every day on video form here, that I do post about it on my Instagram and my YouTube shorts. So if you do want to see that, check those places out. My Instagram is My Awkward Health Journey. I wanted to specifically talk about Sunday and Monday because they were the hardest days for me, and Sunday was very hard because I didn't technically go out on a walk, but I did walk to and from my mom's house, so I still consider that getting outside and going on a walk. There has been a lot of times where my wife and I have chose to just drive over to my mom's instead of walk, and my wife actually asked, "You just want to drive over to my mom's?" But I made the decision to walk over there. My steps for that day were very low. I only had 4,000, but I'm still looking at it in a positive mindset instead of negative because I really try to not look at things in a positive way, or not look at things in a positive way, yeah. I try to not look at things in a negative way because I could look at those steps and be like, you only got 4,000, like you suck. But knowing that it was a very difficult day for me, 4,000 is really good. And the fact that I made the decision to get out and walk over to my mom's instead of drive, I feel like that was a good decision as well. Like I said, it had been a rough couple of days, and I started getting out of my routine on Friday, and then Saturday I was just completely out of my routine. It was my sister's baby shower, so I just wasn't eating the normal things that I was used to. And when we do parties, it's like an all-day event, so it's just like all over the place. Like, I'm not in my environment, so it's really difficult for me. The next day, which that was Sunday, the day that I walked to my mom's and stuff, so it was a hard day. But then Sunday that night, we ended up ordering out. It happened, and yeah, didn't make a good decision on the food that we ordered. And then Monday came. That's when I laid in bed most of the day, and I was just honestly trying to recoup from everything that went on. My steps for Monday were pretty low as I laid in bed all day. Around 7 o'clock, I was at 1,900 steps. My wife was doing stuff for work, and then she had a test for school, so I knew that we were going to go on a walk after, but I finally had dinner and I was drinking water and just feeling better. So as I was waiting for her, I got up and I did some more steps, and in that time I got to 3,000 steps, which made me feel really good. Then we went on our walk, so at the end of the night, I ended up with 6,600 steps, which made me feel very good inside because shortly before that, I hadn't even been at 2,000 steps. So I was just very happy with how that night ended. We are now on day 22, and I was thinking, because I'm just not feeling great, I would do a what I eat in a day while I am on my period. I am starting out with breakfast, and I decided that I am making my eggs in the oven this morning. Because I don't like the texture of eggs, I switched over to using egg whites, so I measured out half a cup and put them in the oven for 10 minutes. While I wait for those to cook, I start chopping up my tomato, and I also head over to get my cottage cheese, measure out 1/4 cup, and chop up some pineapple. And because I want a lot of protein, I will be having 2 of these veggie sausage links. I just finished up with making breakfast. Here is my cottage cheese with pineapple. Over here on the plate, I have my English muffin with a tomato and the egg white that I cooked in the oven, and then my plant-based meat. I also grabbed my gallon of water that I put in the fridge overnight to get cold, and I will be be sipping on that this morning. Usually on sandwiches or breakfast sandwiches or even my eggs, I like to add a lot of cheese, but for the month of August, I want to limit the amount of cheese that I eat because I notice I eat a lot of cheese because I am a cheese girl. I don't want to limit the amount of dairy because as you see in this breakfast, I'm having eggs and I'm having cottage cheese, which I think is okay, but I just want to try and limit. I don't want to take the cheese out because I feel like that is restriction. I just want to see for a month how I can do with just limiting cheese and kind of how that makes my body feel. I've got laundry going, but I wanted to talk about what I do when I'm kind of just lacking motivation to get my steps in. As I am folding my laundry, I am putting them in piles and I will take those one by one to my room just to boost my steps up. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 piles, and when I run these back and forth and I'm finished, that is about 500 steps. I just finished up doing all of my laundry. I looked at my steps and I'm already over 3,000 steps, which feels great because I was thinking, how am I gonna get my steps in today? But hey, I'm already feeling motivated a little bit more than I was. It's just like those little things at home that can really help boost your steps up when you don't feel like doing much. I also wanted to mention that it is around 2:30 and I am just finishing up on my, I think this is a 54-ounce cup, so I am almost halfway done with my 1 gallon, a little more than halfway. I've got a bit, but for it being 2 o'clock, I feel like that is pretty good. I am trying to drink as much water as I can today because I know being on my period, I get lots of cravings, especially for chocolate and just goodies. But if I keep myself hydrated, I know that those cravings become less. So I'm feeling good on the water front and I'm just gonna keep drinking on my water. It is lunchtime and I decided I just wanna have something easy. So I'm making a sandwich, and I notice when I am on my period, I have a tendency to eat a lot more food, but I am trying to have a lot more veggies to fill me up. So alongside with my sandwich, I am going to be chopping up lots of veggies. I have some peppers and some cucumbers. I just finished up cutting my pile of veggies, and if you know me, you know what I'm adding to this: teriyaki sauce and sesame seeds. It's honestly a ton of veggies. I don't know if I actually will finish all of this, so if I don't, I will leave the leftovers for later, but I am feeling very hungry today, so if I do eat all of this, I'm telling myself it's okay. It's okay to feed your body and to eat what your body needs. I know when I am on my period, it takes more energy out of me, so food is a source of energy, so I am going to eat the food that my body is needing today. Because I'm not eating cheese today, I'm going to add mayo like I usually do, and I'm mixing in some ground flaxseed just to give it the taste or a texture like hummus. So for today's lunch, I have a sandwich and I decided to add some veggies just to give it a little bit of a crunch. I have a bag of sun chips, 2 scoops of cottage cheese. I sprinkled over top some pickle seasoning, and then my big bowl of veggies with teriyaki sauce and sesame seeds. I just got done eating lunch. I finished everything on my plate, but I started getting full with the veggies, so I will just finish those at a later time. It is around dinner time, so I'm going to be starting on my veggies. I have zucchini here that I'm going to be chopping up, and I also saw a recipe to make cabbage steaks, so I want to make those tonight. I thought I had some brown rice, but it looks like I don't, so I'm going to cut up this sweet potato and use it as my carb for tonight's dinner. I decided that I'll make a sweet potato bowl, so I have an onion I can chop up, and also I will be cooking some broccoli. For making cabbage steaks my first time, they turned out really good. I probably won't add paprika next time, but that's what the recipe called for. My veggies were so good, and this is what my plate ended up looking like. I made my own coconut curry, which I'm so happy I can do that now. It comes in really handy. I'm gonna enjoy my delicious dinner, and then I will see you when my wife head out for our late night walk.
A galaxy in front of me, going up above. Don't look down.
We just got home from our walk. I went for 25 minutes and got around 2,600 steps. As always, thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. Remember to stay safe, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!